if you don't have any technical ones for Tyler, maybe we can jump into some feedback questions.
Yeah, sure.
I'll show you the board.
I normally start on the dashboard. So it's pretty good. Walk them through what brand visibility is, mention my name, cited a source. And then, so the sentiment phrases has been a huge hit, or like, we're huge. Even, and I'll be completely honest, I get to reuse the line, hey, I mean, this feels dystopian, feels like science fiction, but this is how AI feels about you, like what it's associating you with you. And there's been a great feedback loop as well of, hey, if anything negative gets flagged, we can address that quickly. Like if you see a couple of bad reviews, that's been a huge value add that's played really well.
That's awesome. Okay.
So I will tell you, so we then normally go to, so prompts, for example, we look through those. Got a good process there. I've started putting them more into the categories have done well. So yeah, just kind of bringing in assisted living. A really good experience kind of expanding out why it's important to track brand as well. Like, it's such an early stage. If you don't own that, if a competitor goes, right, it's AEO optimized, terrible things about you, you don't want that populating. So it's important to track those. So we've got that. But yeah, bringing it into categories has really helped them visualize, especially as we get more towards closer to the actual 40 prompts. Like we got 37 here. Between you and I, Claude, now that I've trained it, has become really good. I just asked it, hey, what prompt should I track in Cairrot for this client?
Nice.
Really good. It gives the like the actual categories as well. So what's called, so that's played really well. And actually, it's done well at picking things they already rank for, or they already show up for, as well as new opportunities, and tells you why. So I can't say that can be replicated, but with all the work I've done with Cairrot and Claude back and forth, it's done really well there. So this plays well. So another underutilized thing, buyer profiles.
Yeah.
People lose their mind at this.
Yeah, I've seen really good reactions too. Tell me more.
So like right here, I will say, like, they've been really good. So a good example here too is it's not just adult child caregiver, but social services administrator. So for a senior living, for example, they need to get referrals. And part of that, targeting like somebody working in a doctor's office or something else, benefit grid, that's really hard to do with paid. It's hard to do with organic. But if they're using AI to search at work, which they are, this is a good way to get in front of them. But yeah, everyone that's done that, I haven't had anybody tell me they're all. Like, it's awesome. So really good tool there. Let's see. One question I get on competitors, but it's the same as I get with traditional organic. Like when you pull like their actual Google competitors, they're like, oh, this isn't our competitor. I'm like, well, this is an opportunity. This is who your actual competition is, whether it's who your business competition is or not. So I've had that conversation here, and we've started adding in new people. So that's just something to flag. It's really kind of unavoidable. People don't realize like their AI or Google competition is probably going to be different than who they think.
Yeah. Have you seen the suggested competitor reports?
Yeah, I've noticed that. I love logging in and seeing something new added, a small thing every day, or sometimes big things. Yeah, we've used that. Also, we just keep signing new clients, to be honest. So it's good. Thank you, Connor. I mean, but yeah, that does well. And then really, with prompt, I like to go to heat map. I like to do that kind of last, so they know exactly what it is. Most people know what prompts are. I just explain to them just in case, or like, what's the response there?
Yeah, heat maps is where I spend a lot of my time too.
Yeah, especially when it's the full to pro account, talking them through, and props to you, Connor. I stole it, but the way of like why they're all different and why Claude's more important. More people are getting there. That's more, especially for B2B. There's a lot there. And you get cool points for having DeepSeek, even though it's not directly relevant. People just think it's awesome that you also are tracking the Chinese one. So I've started getting probably 5 people access. They've loved it, like kind of the editor, but I always make sure to walk them through first. Otherwise, you need everything you have here, but some people just are not tech forward, or this is all new. So I don't think you need to change anything there. I think it does really well. But yeah, and just on the back end, so what was it? The GA4 GSC. That's got a lot better. Thank you. Thank you, A, for adding that, but the search function's gotten better, I've noticed. as well. I appreciate the topics, or not the topics, the data box things as well. I need to find a way to close the loop on the back end of Databox. So I can import it as an API into like the main account. So okay, with Databox, there's a lot of native connections, like actual app official, but you can also bring it into API, which is what we're doing. But when I do that, it's going into the main, like our agency Databox account. See what it is,
Yeah.
we have these client sub accounts. And so it's just pulling in like that one, say, client, finding a better way to then push that to the individual sub account. Just that data though. It's not huge high priority. You get good reporting here as well. I was also playing around with what we could do with Claude for me to ask questions about the Cairrot performance in Claude, just internal. So it's cool there.
Yeah, I can look into the account ID and see if we can like put that to the sub one for that integration. And then something else that we have too that we're about to release is actual webhooks. So if there is just certain pieces of information that you did want to just pipe directly to those clients, we're going to basically build that with filters in mind. So you could say like how many domains and URLs came in just for them and stuff like that, which might be a better use of your. Yeah.
But the good news, like your platform looks great anyway, so everybody's had that same reaction. So you know you're onto something of, oh wow, this is so. Even people that aren't technical love to kind of nerd out on it because it makes something that everybody knows is important real. It makes it actionable. It actually shows that there's been extremely positive reaction from there as well.
I mean, thank you for the positive words.
Yeah. I'm just being honest, man. I knew when I played around when I was like, "Bam, we got to get this." So,
how often are you currently reporting to clients, and how often do you think is necessary to report to clients? Because I know you do a little bit more than you probably think is necessary.
So what I've been doing is, so I've like built out everybody's Q2 SEO like and AEO strategy now. I've combined them into a deck, and as part of that, I'm reviewing it for the first time with them. So trying to do, because honestly, for whatever reason, I have to meet weekly and bi-weekly for a lot of these on SEO. But I think for actual reporting, I've been telling people, let's look at this once a month together. Just because it's changing so much up and down, like it's a volatile market, but also if it's not changing that much, like it takes time to get some of this authority in. So that's just kind of the, hey, you can look at it any time, but let's walk through it together, like once a month.
Nice.
Internally, like we're keeping an eye on more than that, but just trying to do it more on the client management side.
Are you guys separately tracking actual revenue or new customers from any of your clients?
From AI? Yeah, so for especially all e-commerce, like I have organic specific boards that have pulled all of just the revenue from organic, purchases, all of that, just for that. And give me one second, yeah, we are tracking that, and we also have some other tools like What Converts and the rest. It does call tracking, form tracking. They're all a little bit of here and there, but
so the AI traffic one is where it's just that 2-click Google integration. But you don't have to do anything in GA4. This already categorizes it for you. So like this customer, this client does not have LLM referral tracking set up in GA4.
Okay.
They just have a GA4, but we can go in there and based on the headers, it automatically makes these groups and stuff for you in Cairrot.
Why are you just
so you can actually, yeah, right. So you actually see this, you can see all the channels stacked together in the same board, but also if you set up key event tracking or conversion tracking and revenue attributes there, those are going to be pulled in too.
That's awesome.
And it'll do that historically too. So if you add a client, tomorrow, you can check and see if they got AI conversions last month, 2 months ago.
That's awesome. No, that'd be useful. So that's just with the GSC and the GA4 connection.
That's right.
Okay, cool.
No other steps needed, and we're we're actually updating this board pretty soon to be even more comprehensive and customer friendly.
Okay, that's awesome. You gave me too many shiny things to go play around with. That's incredibly useful. One thing I do want to ask about. So I love the WordPress plugin, and I've noticed some added features there. I know we've been creating the LLMS file more, but been doing it manually over than another plugin.
Yes, we've gone ahead and added the proxy traffic in here.
Okay, that's
And then
awesome.
two of these are open source repositories on GitHub as well. So it's not just, trust our plugin in front of your infrastructure. But we are actively investigating Shopify and trying to figure out that way that we can put it out there.
I'm gonna hop to another client meeting. This was great. Let me know when you think follow up. Otherwise,
man.
if you have any follow up questions, just shoot them in Slack.